Salutations, my fellow dandies! We're back in Final Fantasy XIV after a week's break. We're back in the first, and we are back in Shadowbringers, not necessarily in that order. Yes, we have united the Lovelia twins, and that's about as far as we got. We're honestly not very deep into the Shadowbringers yet. I think this is like chapter 3 of 10, 12 chapters. Salutations, Stone. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Yeah, so I don't know why I chose this pose. I just thought it was funny. So yeah, we've reunited Alasay and Elfino. We've brought them back from the two terrible places they were. Honestly, the first seems awful. I don't know why we didn't just evacuate everyone. I mean, other than the fact that we were unable to. But I feel like there's not that many people left. If we could find a way to just bring them to the source and abandon the first, we absolutely should. Alright, let's speak to the Exarch and see what he wants to do. Played Star Wars Battlefront 2. Good stuff. Worst way to spend a Friday evening.
And so you return?
Yeah.
Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Yeah.
Better is not the word I would use.
We saw that lady melt and digivolve, or whatever she did.
Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Yeah, it was jacked up. I assume we go back there later and kill them, because we have not resolved the situations in either of those areas.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
Ah, it's convenient. I thought he was going to say, like, the Sin Eaters need the light, so we're going to destroy the sun. That would have been my plan. So it's probably a good thing I'm not in charge of this.
Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
I have a feeling Yulmul might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters.
Yeah, let them. What are they going to do?
His command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience.
So, I mean, it's probably a case that he's got a Light Warden under control or something, then.
He will
Surely.
not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
I mean, what's he going to do? Run after us? Did you see the man?
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Yeah, I mean, that seems kind of easy. Are you sure that'll be enough? How are there only a handful of them and the entire planet's population got turned into Sin Eaters?
Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
Oh, it's going Kingdom Hearts again.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds. This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source. And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly calm.
Ah.
As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds.
It's... is that how,
What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source.
What's his chops from Final Fantasy 15 found his way here? It's just, oh yeah, there was a crack. I'm sorry, my world caused a crack, and I drove in with my car.
At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full. Its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as umbral calamities.
It's surprising we've survived 7 of them then.
7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed.
Oh yeah, I saw that Lego Star Wars was coming to Game Pass. I'm glad I didn't buy it now. Shame it doesn't have online co-op. So the Ascians want to basically merge all these back into the source, don't they? Oh, okay, I guess that was the Bahamut world.
At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Norvrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
I mean, we obviously succeed because these zones are all available after this DLC finishes. So, I mean, it'd be really cool if they went, here's a DLC. When you finish it, by the way, you can't access it anymore. It's gone forever. It's unfortunate, but that's just how the story goes.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
I've got my serious face on now.
Alert the guard.
Oh,
We should be prepared in case
but-
the fighting reaches the Crystarium.
I have a apparent lack of sense of urgency. I'm just like, well, there go the twins.
You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alize as well.
My lord.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
Not. Now go, and talk to me real quick. Holminster's Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Ascensa Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. I was laughing, they're just like, we must hurry, but talk to me first. And, you know, take time if you need to go out and do some stuff. I understand. Triple triad and gambling and stuff is important. Yeah. I haven't been out here. Yay. I think I came out here very early on as part of a cutscene, but I haven't actually run around here. Oh, I might run around a little bit, but not properly. I goodness, you guards are doing an awful job. There's like a ton of monsters between here and the gate. I'm just running around in my flying love seat. I'm coming, Exarch. These Groots and I don't know what they are. Little dragon plant things causing me some bother. There we go. All set. If we follow this road north, we will arrive at the northern staging point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Why'd you make me stop? Oh man, my roulette. I got my love seat back. I mean, considering this, you know, if you ignore the fact that this place is all like, you know, post-apocalyptic, it's lovely. I love these pastoral colours and oh, it's you know, been making clear out some of the monsters. We could have a lovely picnic. Get some sake and do some well, they're not cherry blossoms, whatever type of blossoms these trees are. That'll be delightful. I really need to unlock flying. Just generally. It's so irritating not having flying. Speaking of... Oh, shh. I get the chair in again? Nope. Nope. It's Chocobo time. Got sudden craving for pizza. Go for it. I had pizza earlier in the week, so my pizza meter has been reset. I feel like pizza is one of those foods where the meter's constantly ticking up, and it's only a matter of time. I'm gonna take a shortcut through here. Ignore the gremlin. Okay, it's getting harder to ignore the gremlin. Man, you guys run fast. Holminster Switch is past these gates and through the woods. It is not exactly a near neighbor to the Crystarium, but as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. And allow me to explain to you what's going on over the screams of the people being attacked by sin eaters. What can we expect in... What can we expect inside, Captain? Oh, what accent does she have? Is it Welsh or Scottish? The town is beset by a swarm unlike any we have seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate the villagers, but as many as half remain. Judging by the number of eaters present, we have good reason to believe that a Light Warden leads the attack. That's not close at all to her accent, but it's the one I can do. How convenient it seems we have a chance to slay a Warden sooner than we expected. One does not simply slay a Warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside of them than all of their underlings put together. That's fine, I got sunglasses on. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile ether will billow outwards and envelop the nearest living being, a reckless young swordswoman perhaps, and turn her into a brand new Warden. Oh. Are you going to make me suck up the light? Is that why I'm here? Is this why you couldn't do anything until I got here, because I'm the Warrior of Light? Is that what's going to happen? Ah, well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask the guards stand down and allow us to engage this leader of Eaters alone. Concentrate on the survivors. We must save every life we can. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well, you are the only named character so far. Then our warden slaying party shall include myself, the Lavaliers, Captain Lina, and last but not least... Oh, they can't refer to me as the Warrior of Light because it would be, it would be like... I need to come up with like a cool new title that they can refer to me by. A formidable group indeed. I suppose they can just use my name. A formidable group indeed. Into Holminster we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. If I order a pizza right now, I'd be left with £5. Well, yeah, if you ordered like Domino's or something, but you could nip down Asda and get one of those over-the-counter ready-made pizza oven pizzas for like £3 or £4. Also like duty support and duty for the main menu interact with the distance. When forming a party, we need to follow the same role restrictions imposed using the duty finder. Alternatively, you can find party members with the duty finder as usual and complete the instance with fellow players instead. Oh, I can do this one with NPCs. Neat. So can I form a party and enter Holminster Switch? Ah, yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to be honest, Alice, as much as I like you,
Leave this to me.
we don't need 2 red mages. I feel like I'm going to take Bunny Girl with me. Yeah, this is a good party. Oh, that's way faster. I'm a glorified SpongeBob. Is that what happens with to SpongeBob? Is that he was made to absorb light? I guess he absorbs water, but... Oh, it's the first time I've actually... I know this feature's been in the game for a little while, but they keep adding it to expansions I've either finished or haven't got to yet. This is the first time I've actually had this feature available to me to play. Oh, look at my boys with me. Let's go. Oh, they killed that bear. Oh no, they didn't kill the bear. They didn't kill the bear. They did not kill the bear. I am trusting Alphano to my healing this time, though, so...
So be it.
Ah, actually, no. Volume's fine. I might. I like how the Exarch is supposed to be their, like, spiritual leader, and, you know, he's very... I mean, I suppose he's one of the only people who can fight against them, but I just love that he's the tank. He's the one that they put face first against the Zinnias. It's like, we should maybe be taking steps to keep him safer, but I guess this is his job. And Alphino seems to be keeping him alive, so... Oh, that's nice. I can take my time with the dungeon, rather than have the tank run on ahead and just group everyone together into one big, indistinguishable mass. Look, I can actually tell you we're fighting scorpions. What a novelty. Yeah, fuck other people. I mean, oh, salutations, acting hero. Sorry, I didn't. It's done that thing again where your name's in the same color as someone else, and so I didn't read the name. Salutations to you though. But I'll still do a party if, like, you know, someone's here to form a party with me. But considering how long it takes me to do these things on my own, it's nice to be able to just form a party with NPCs and crack on with it. Yeah, I don't know why it's sometimes, like, when there's only 2 people in chat, why it gives you both the exact same color. Because it's really confusing to me, who just goes by the color to tell when different people are talking. No, I know you can't hear it. You're in the US, but on occasion I have Citratus here, and he makes the queue go a lot quicker. I feel like Holy shouldn't do that much damage against them, but here we are. Don't know if you should watch Star Wars or Kingsman. Have you seen Kingsman before? Oh, it's your default color. Oh, that might be it then. So it might be... Oh, you've watched all of them. Okay. I was going to say, if you hadn't seen Kingsman before, I'd say definitely see Kingsman, because it's great. But if you've seen them all, I guess it's... Watch Die Hard. That's my recommendation. Greatest movie of all time. You give me two choices, I'll always choose Die Hard. So... I prefer the UK voice acting. I saw the one with Matt Smith. I can't remember which character he plays. He was one of the Doctor Who's, wasn't he? I think I'm right. I know that Matt Smith was one of the Doctor Who's. Yeah, he was. Okay. And yes, rest in peace to Alan Rickman. He was, that one hurt when it happened. That one hurt. There's a couple of actors that I'm just like, oh man. Never gonna get any more Alan Rickman. Most people, I think, probably, well, most younger people probably know him from Harry Potter, I suppose, rather than Die Hard, but... So long as people know him, that's the important thing. We're on a boss fight now. I may have done my combo wrong. Okay. Guys, I'm just hoping that your AI is good enough to know not to stand on the AoEs. I also... I don't know, I don't know if I trust Alphano to run... I don't know if I quite trust Alphano enough to handle the healing. It's a lot of responsibility.
I'm with you.
It's going well, though. Oh, I'm in a bad place. I'm in a bad place. I'm in a good place. I really hope this isn't like the Grand Company squads, where if I die, it gets game over. Because that was irritating. It's like, we have a healer on our team. Alright, he's almost dead. Hey, that's convenient. Boom. Nice. Oh, and I don't have to roll for treasure either. Oh, this is the best possible solution. I mean, the treasure is inside of the Sin Eater there, but... Oh, yeah, I'm going to get all of the treasure. Kill them! I've seen what happens. They sin eaters. No? Okay. Tom Holland accented an accent in American, an interview in an American accent. I think I do remember hearing that. I don't know. Was it intentional or did he just forget? Was he just like? Did he just like couldn't turn his American accent off? Oh yeah, you change. I'm like in the red and purple in chat now. It's much easier to. They're close enough to my colours. Yes, I like it. I can tell who's who now. It's a Switch Gremlin, otherwise known as a Splatoon player. Oh, he forgot he was doing the accent. I guess I could, you know, if you're in character for like several weeks at a time, then I could understand forgetting that you've, yeah, just forgetting that you're doing it. There's also that great award show where Zach Braff and Hugh Laurie presented an award, and Hugh Laurie started speaking in his British accent, and Zach Braff's like, "Oh, I didn't know we were doing British accents," and he goes, "No, this is just how I talk," and he goes, "Oh yes, very good, pip pip." Oh yeah, more treasure. I got an amulet of casting. That might be. Yeah, that's probably not better than what I got, but it's all stuff I can trade into the Grand Company afterwards. I don't know, Hugh Laurie from House. Yeah, well, that was what, because that's why they were presenting the awards together, because they were it was scrubs in House, or I guess Dr. Dorian and Dr. House. Oh, I should be doing this on autopilot. Zach Braff being a stereotypical as gets. Yeah, it's funny. I like Zach Braff. It's I don't know what he's doing these days. I haven't seen him in anything in a while. Actually, I watch Home Alone or The Grinch. How did you get from Star Wars and Kingsman to Home Alone and The Grinch? Just watch Die Hard. 'Tis the season as well. They did a new Home Alone movie, didn't they? With and it had Macaulay Culkin's character as an adult in it. I think he grows up to become a cop. I remember seeing that they were making it, but I never checked whether it was actually any good or not. Oh, there's a lot of dead people. We're taking way too long fighting these things. Oh, it's fine though. Dating the younger models. Oh, is that what Zach Braff's been up to recently? I haven't seen him in anything recently, but I don't watch any TV really, so I'd only see him if he was in a movie, and even then. Home Alone popped up on Disney Plus, and I thought of the cringe. I'm just saying, it's an odd thing to go from Star Wars and Kingsman to The Grinch and Home Alone. I mean, I guess, yeah, Christmas movies, but... It's the actor who played as Buzz who's a cop in it. Oh, really? I thought Macaulay Culkin was in the new one. Oh, it's Tesleen! This is the... Okay, I thought there'd be a bit more sort of, I thought there'd be a bit more fanfare about her coming back. I thought maybe there'd be like a bit more like, oh no, it's Tesleen! She's back, and now we have to kill her. Okay, so I don't really know what to do. I mean, it attacks in order based on the number of dots, but I don't really know what to do with that information to... Yeah, the others don't really seem to be doing anything. So I guess I can just tank it. I think that's... Family counts from Nervic's appearance, only Buzz. Oh, okay. Maybe it is Buzz I'm thinking of then. Oh, it's nice hearing like actual people shout stuff during dungeons. Other than me. And it's mostly shouting, oh god, how did I walk off the edge again? Okay, I guess we're just supposed to separate for that, otherwise we get hit multiple times. Alright, that makes sense. Oh, Tesleen. Are we gonna mourn you later? Is this isn't even the last... You're not even the last boss of this area. I guess the last boss will be the one that turned you into this. That one. Then this. It's way easy to tell. I don't know what it is with NPCs, but it's so much easier to tell what's happening in the fight. I guess because they all move as like one unit. Your eyes tell the tale. Oh, I suppose we didn't bring Alice with us. Oh, well, we can tell her later. And be like, hey, Alice, you know that lady who got turned into a Sin Eater earlier? Yeah, we met her. And she's super dead. She's super dead. Hang on. I want to just check something real quick. Fair enough. Alright. Arrive in the Manor House courtyard and then the boss. Oh, hang on, there's treasure. We're not actually in a dungeon. We're in a burning village. So this treasure is just us literally looting the villagers we're trying. It's like, well, they're not going to need it. Consider it, you know, payment for our services. Look, it would be bad if the Exarch died, so he needs money and gear. I couldn't tell that I'd killed the thing that I was locked onto. Not giving us much chance to rest, are they? Is this taking a lot longer than it would have done with a human tank? I will say, but it's I feel like I'm contributing more and soaking up the dungeon a bit better. I guess there's less performance anxiety when it's robots. I don't know if robots is AI NPCs. It's so weird playing a different class after getting so used to playing as a red mage. Knew what was happening in the game. Yeah, Final Fantasy can be a hard game to follow unless you play it. It's difficult to kind of tell what's actually happening in combat. Like, I can kind of tell what I'm doing. I have no idea what other characters are doing. I assume, though, if we're still alive and the enemies are dying, that everyone's doing their job correctly. God damn. Yeah, so I bet that Well, if it's possible to spawn all 4 groups in quickly on this one, I guess the tank would have just run around, got all 4 groups on them at once, and then just... Yeah, we would have been done. We would have been done half an hour ago. Okay. Finally run out of things to kill in here. Are there any things we can... is there any treasure that we can acquire? If we call it treasure, it's not a war crime. Or is it... Are war crimes and crimes against humanity... Ah, there we go. Crimes against humanity a different thing, or are a war crime a type of crime against humanity? Either way, we're stealing the dead people's things. I'm honestly not really that bothered whether it's about the moral implications. I need a new hat. So I can sell it. Alright, here we go. Final boss. Well, of this area. Of the first dungeon of this game. Oh, hey, Philia. I don't know if that was the Light Warden we saw earlier. It's been a couple of weeks, but... Is that the Light Warden that converted... I don't know, let's just beat it up. I stand between these two. This should be fine, right? And they really cut it. They really cut it fine, don't they? But I guess they're NPCs, so they know when the attack's gonna come out. Ow! Thank you, Alphino. Ow. I don't trust you.
We can't die here.
Alphino, you say leave the healing to me, but you're not healing yourself. And that worries me. If you die, I mean, I can get you back up, but still, it's a concern. Oh, okay. I see, we're going around a circle. When does it stop? Okay, it stopped. Oh. Stack. I helped. It didn't help. But thank you for healing me, guys. God damn it, I can't get out of its way. And now I've got a target on me. Which is probably isn't. Yeah, this is not great. Thanks, team. Again, see, they're NPCs. They don't judge me for making mistakes. They're not programmed to judge. Alright, got on the back foot. Stack, I'm coming. Oh, I wasn't there in time. Sorry. It's okay, though. I feel like we've got this. Doing this irritating attack again. Right, my mistake last time was that I was stopping when they were stopping. And what I need to do is move a bit further forward. Okay. With a flourish. Yeah! Da 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 da! Because I'm the only human, all the XP was concentrated. Da 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 da! Gotta do it a third time. Then Alisei rocks up. It's just like, I was here too. I contributed. One or more of your party members has yet to complete this duty. Second chance points added to your journal. 9 of 9. I don't know what that means. I got a Lakeland rod. I can't use that. Did I get anything that's better than... Oh, the Lakeland Tricorn of Casting is slight... Oh, look at it, though. Wait, did the thing... Oh, no, it's still there. I mean... I feel like this could be a cool hat, but it really does not work for me. I mean, I'll use it because it's better, but... Okay, for the time being, I'm going to go back to my... Just for the cutscene. And then I'll switch once I'm back in town. Yay, we killed it. It's not exploding into ether yet, but I'm guessing that's going to happen in a second. Boom, Holminster.
It's releasing its ether. Fall back. We cannot let it touch us. Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw.
That will not be necessary, Captain. Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. But now we have a way to contain that corruption.
Yay. Suck it up, Light Warrior. Like a big light hoover.
The blessing of light, and the hero who wields it now stands before you.
Just grabs it and starts biting it. It's the only way I know how to consume light. Oh, it tickles. It tickles. It tickles. Oh, it burns. It burns. Why did I think this was a good idea? Oh, I thought I was going to take off like Neo at the end of the Matrix. Like it really looked like he was gonna do a Matrix style fly up into the air there.
The monster's power is broken, and the world twisted by its touch returns to its rightful form.
Oh, I cut open the sky. That is so cool. Oh, I'm like Light Moses. I made it nighttime. Oh, I really should be called the Warrior of Darkness. Look at me. It'd be really awkward, though, if I destroyed the light and it was still daytime. It's like, well, it is midday, to be fair. So there's not really... We're not going to notice much notice. Give it... Let's just wait here for like 6-7 hours. And, then we can enjoy it. We can get the benefit. Burning is a common side effect. It doesn't stop. That's just what it means to be the Warrior of Light. I'm just constantly on. I got constant. It's not like so bad that you can't. It's just like constant heartburn. Like it's irritating.
It's so beautiful.
But it's not so bad that I couldn't carry on being the Warrior of Light. You know.
The sunless sea.
Oh, it's Moron.
The Warrior of Darkness has come.
Yeah, I am the Warrior of Darkness. The actual Warrior of Darkness is going like, oh man, I'm the Warrior of Darkness. He's not the Warrior of Darkness. I'm the Warrior of Darkness. It's like in Superior Spider-Man, where Superior Spider-Man's like, haha, I'm Spider-Man. And Peter Parker's ghost is behind you the entire time going, no, you're not! Stop telling people that!
The night sky. As it should be.
Who named that dude? His parents, and they don't like him. Clearly.
Who are you?
He has a stupid face. We shall call him Moron.
You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true.
I really can't tell what accent Lena's supposed to have. Is it supposed to be... I thought it was maybe Welsh, but now I'm thinking it might be supposed to be like it's like Norwegian or Swedish or something. It's really hard to place her voice. Irish. If it's Irish, I don't know if it's good Irish.
My lord?
I'm gonna Google.
How many years have I waited for this moment?
FF14 Lena accent.
For the one possessed of her blessing.
Oh, it's Icelandic. All Vera have this weird fake Nordic accent. The Hrothgar apparently are Russian. Oh, the Hrothgar, that's fine. But she's actually voiced by someone. Okay, so yeah, so I was right with the sort of Swedish. She's Icelandic. I can't do an Icelandic. I can't, her accent is American Texan. Yeehaw! Ah, it's the Warrior of Light. Boy, howdy.
You
What if his
have
parents? What if
vanquished
he was
the
a
Light
rocket
Warden of
scientist?
Lakeland.
Well, he's a
And
librarian,
for
I
the first
think.
time in a century,
He's
darkness has returned
it's a
to
very
the mountain
ironic
of
name
light.
because he's the head librarian or something. So he's the keeper of knowledge for the Crystarium. But it's funny for me to keep calling him moron.
Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains.
All right, so we're going to do a world tour. It's very similar to the. We've basically gone from fighting primals to fighting light wardens. It's still just a world tour of beating boss monsters. That's fine. I mean, it's what I do. You know,
I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion.
I am exactly the right tool for the job. You've done well, but you know.
Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will. I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present, I beg you stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the Wardens and restore darkness to the first.
Nod. I will become the warrior you need. It sounds like a glorious adventure. It seems I've no choice but to fight. It sounds like a glorious adventure. Yeah! I'm gonna kill gods again.
On behalf of the first, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
Alphino and Alice are very, Queen's English. The Exarch is...
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
I guess he's British. It's kind of generic.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose.
Yeah, no, he is British. He just doesn't have a very strong accent either way.
I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them. Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
What about the villagers who died? Let the rats have them. Yeah, I do like the bunny, Lyra's accent, Icelandic or otherwise. I should have eaten something before I did that. Oh wait, do I? Oh, I got the Philia card. Neat. And some... I think I had the die already. Did I have anything to eat? No. No, never mind then. How quickly you have justified my faith in you. So many lives saved, and the sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps, but a momentous one nonetheless. So we're not going to talk about... Is it over? Yes? I might need a moment. Okay, I mean, maybe it'll come up later. Seems weird that they're not mentioning Lenine, considering how important she was to Elisay's quest. I mean, I guess she was just supposed to show us what happens when humans turn into sin eaters, but still. Now, as we hit for the... as for how we proceed from here... I'm going to have to do an Icelandic accent in a minute. I'm not looking forward to it. The villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the... No, I can't do one. I need, like, a jumping on point in my head, and I can't think of one. I can't do one. The villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the warrior of darkness has come home. 'Tis to be expected. Jack, I must ask a favour of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavour for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as the legendary warrior of darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Yilmore. It may be best you maintain a low profile until we see how Vothri responds to all this. Nod. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. And I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this either. I can't. I'm just trying so hard to just try and... Like, I can hear it in my head, and it's just not coming out of my mouth. Although I expected to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. I could just do a Glaswegian accent, slightly. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And I think you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. I can teleport home at any point, dude. I can enjoy a night's sleep any time I want. So, the Warrior of Scarlet. I like that. I like that. It's better than the Warrior of Grey, which I assume is where the Warrior of Light sort of the Warrior of Cloudy Days is sort of somewhere in between light and darkness. The Warrior of Dusk. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask you after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the pendants? Please let Braggy know that we're bringing in a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. Yay. Or Ruby. Oh, the Warrior of... I like Scarlet. I suppose it's Ruby Red Dye, isn't it? But, you're a fan of my bunny accent. Well, that's one of them. That's at least someone who is. To act more accurate, you have to be listen to a real rabbit to get the accent correct. Bunnies, I assume, make similar sort of sounds to gerbils, which just kind of warble. They go wah 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 wah. Not like that though. We should start making our way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying home behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village, top to bottom, Alisay. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those eaters, and I can't just rest. Not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while, and that means you as well, Jack. I should be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later when I feel myself again. Do that in your own... in privacy, I'll say. Just you and me then, shall we? Okay, but I am glad that they sort of acknowledged the fact that Lenine was there. Because it seemed very... I mean, maybe Alice would have said something if she was on the party. I feel bad not bringing her with me now, but... Like I said, I wanted the Icelandic bunny. Can I just teleport? Yeah. Dude, that was Charlie Brown. That was a Charlie Brown adult. Wop 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 wop. Yeah, that's how guinea pigs sound. I'm pretty sure they recorded guinea pigs for the Charlie Brown adult sound. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The exact speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I should take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Braggy, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Jack. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alice both. I have a feeling I'm going to be visited by the ghost of Christmas Dark, or whatever he's called, again. It's like, hey, you're the only one who can see me. So I'm back. Whee! Braggy! What accent did they say the Hrothgar is supposed to have? Russian. Okay. I can do Russian. Aye, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city. I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. You are carrying messages for the guard. Does that mean you were there, then? The Battle of Holminster? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs, make himself known. I'm sure Garnard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. I've gone... this happens every time I try and do a Russian accent, is I eventually transition into doing a Transylvanian accent, which eventually becomes the Count from Sesame Street. It's inevitable. I stopped fighting it long ago. Oh, I can just walk over from here. Saying, the warrior of light, and I see you have 1, 2, 3, scions with you. Charlie Brown don't have heads, but they can't show that because it's a kid's show. Is that what it is? Is that like Miss Bellum from Powerpuff Girls, where she doesn't have any eyes, so they just cover her face with hair? Ever watch the Count Censored on YouTube? It's hilarious. I will have to. I'm a big fan. I'm not a huge fan of Sesame Street. I like it as much as, you know, it's fine. I like it. But the Count, does have a special place in my heart. So yeah, more beer for table 2 and a couple of pints of me for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet today, sir. Can't get you anything. Drinks are on the house. I will have all of your drinks then. Oh, that Braggy has a twisted sense of humour. I think it'd send you to me at a time like this. I thought I read me at as meat. To send you meat. It's like I didn't get any meat. What's this about meat? I'm starving. The first real night in near 100 years, for as folks riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater of business at Oldminster Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was a warrior of darkness who did the deed. Ari must apologise for Glaynard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumour of a warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Ah, they swarm like angry bees round a queen. You need look no further than Allminster for proof of that, but attacks of that scale don't happen every day, praise the blessed shadow. Am I standing in the blessed shadow right now? No, that's a regular shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again, an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads. And our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying, even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays. A class of eaters that have been dubbed the cardinal virtues. The virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 months. Just because they're horrible monsters doesn't mean we can't give them a kick-ass nickname. The virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by the survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're also reported to be as tough as light wardens, not the kind of prey you could take down single-handed. Oh, are these the Warrior of Darkness's party members or something? Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing the Warrior of Darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. Look how fireful his belly is. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is grandson. He's in it for revenge. Wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. That Mr. lad is Lurik. Don't be fooled by his dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. Is this like some sort of date? Have I entered some kind of like dating sim? Are these all potential partners for me? That's Serig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to outfight the virtue he's after. Last we have Giot. Dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. Oh, these are the... I have heard of these. They're, class missions. There's like a DPS, there's a tank, there's a healer, there's a ranged DPS, a melee DPS, a tank, and a healer mission. And you have to do it with the right class. So I can actually only do one of these as a red mage. That would scare the shit out of the kids. Yeah, it would be weird if they pulled up Miss Bellum's hair and it was just like that weird thing in Guillermo del Toro's Labyrinth, where she's got the hands on her. She's got the hands on her hand, the eyes on her hands. Bartender that large, no need for security. Yeah, Hrothgar. You get a lot of Hrothgar bartenders. It's either Hrothgars or the little ones. The lollies. The lollies. I know what they're called. God damn it. The yeah, the lollies. And the first of the two leads just say human, so they say Hume. Yeah, the oh yeah, Rogadin, not Hrothgar. Hrothgar are the Beastmen, aren't they? Sorry, you'd think I've been playing this game for a year and a half, and I still can't remember all the names of all the different races. Yes, Rogadin, Hrothgar are the Beastmen. The little ones are potato fairies, but it's better. Hume is at least closer than what they call them in the source, which they call them Hyrs. So Hrothgar, Mufasa, and Simba. That is a good way to remember them. Yes, they are the lion people. I was tempted by the Hrothgar, but I like I gotta go for the pompadour and sunglasses combo. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal virtue. That's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. Gain access to role quests, that's what they're called. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of the Shadowbringers main scenario, you must complete at least one role quest. Speak to the virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. Alright, well if we have to do it, we might as well do it. So yeah, it's nice that they tell me exactly which one I can do. So I can do Seric. Hang on, I can first person this. Yeah, he's alright. Oh, that's not an NPC, that's another character. Hrothgar need more hair options. Yeah, I've seen people complain that the Hrothgars are kind of poorly implemented. Apparently, like, a lot of hats don't work on them as well. Oh, speaking of hats, I can put my new hat on and then glamour. There we go. That's how it's done. Hollow Pursuits. Seric is eyeing you inquisitively. Let me guess, you're standing in front of Seric, bounty hunter non-parel, because you've a mind to aid me in feeling the dread phronesis. Do I have the right of it, or do I have the right of it? You have the right of it. Willing to throw caution to the wind and strike off to do battle with a nigh indomitable foe, eh? Well, I've got a feeling the two of us will get along just fine. Don't know why I've given him this accent, Allow me to elaborate. Phronesis isn't just your run-of-the-mill stray sin-eater. He's one of the nastiest the realm has seen, formed from the remains of one of those goddamned warriors of light. Okay, so yeah, they're the four members of the Warrior of Darkness's, the Warrior of Light's, yeah, their team. Four of them, all told, crawled up from the bowels of the deepest hell after being buried for nigh on a century. If the tales are true, people have come to call them the cardinal virtues. Before he was transformed into a sin-eater, Phronesis was none other than Archmagus Neilbert, whose baleful magics were feared the realm over. Though it's only been a few short years since he first showed up, in Arm-Arang, he's already preyed on far too many innocents with his foul sorcery. Not keen on seeing their trade routes disrupted, local merchants have placed a healthy bounty on his head. Of course, I'd like nothing more than to fell the fiend single-handed and claim the entire bounty for myself. Unfortunately, circumstances have dictated that I recruit a companion. That's where you come in. A champion companion. We see what we want to see. Provided that you can prove to me that you possess the rather specialised set of skills that I require, I promise I'll make it worth your while. Not a bad offer, wouldn't you say? If you fancy yourself up for the task, come see me in Almorang. I'll mean to set off for there shortly. By shortly, I mean now. Bye! I won't even wait to hear your answer. I'm just going to walk away from the conversation. It's like, okay. Cool. Alright, well, let's... We've started that. It did say I have to do it to complete Shadowbringers, but it didn't say I necessarily have to do it right this second. So... Though I guess... Hang on, let me see what the... what are the rewards for doing the role quest? Because if it's a cool reward, maybe I'll just focus on them today. Oh, they're not very good. Oh, but I also need to be level 80 to do them anyway. Well, I need to be level... What level am I? 77? Yeah, so I can't do the last two quests anyway at the moment, so... I guess I'll do them when I become a level 80, and I can do them all in one go. If you try and put a hat on a lion, it'll bite your arm off. I mean, yeah, no, that's true. I feel like they should have that should be Final Fantasy XIV's official explanation for why Hrothgar don't have hats. Unlike the first Warrior of Lights of members in their 30s, 40s, nice that not every main character is 17. The Scions are the same way. Like Thancred is in his, I think Thancred is in his early 30s, and Ishtola is, I think she's like 100 or something. Her age has been frozen or something. She's like, I mean, obviously she looks like she's 18, but Thancred doesn't. And then there's Urianger, I think he's supposed to be in like his 40s. And Nanamo, not Nanamo, the other one. Oh man, I can't believe I've forgotten all of the Scions' names. Like, I can't remember the races, I can't remember Kryl. Friggin' the receptionist. Oh, physically she's 23, is she? Well, that's 4 years. That's only 5 years older than 18. There's not much in it. Tartaru is ageless. She has always been. She's like an elder god. She just exists in perpetuity. I assume. You know, I always just assumed that she was just like a watcher. Can complete the final role quest to you towards the end of Shadowbringers as the last area needs to be unlocked. Okay. Okay, so something to do. So I think what I'll do is basically leave it until the game says, hey, you need to go and do this. I'll check and see whether I can do it when I hit 80, and then if I can, I will. Otherwise, I'll just, do it when the game tells me I have to. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar, but will you be returned to your quarters? Yeah. Very good. In light... could you get your slime off of my table? Of the present situation, I have made illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. No need to worry about the role quests. They're fairly quick anyway. Oh, fair enough. I assumed they were sort of similar to the class quests, honestly, where it's just like... They're just like normal side quests, but there's one every kind of 2 levels. Slime, this isn't Dragon Quest. I mean, it's not dissimilar. I have a Slime King hat. You know, I can pretend to be a Dragon Quest. Yeah, there we go. My ghost friend only visits me in,
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
I'm glad that Ardbert has a sense of humour about this, and that he hasn't been driven insane by 100 years of being a ghost. These are my private quarters. I'll show you my private quarters.
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden.
I was cheering and clapping. You couldn't hear me, though.
Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends, then? Through thick and thin?
Providing they get teleported to another planet, yes.
Aye.
Final Fantasy, everyone looks like pretty boys. In Dragon Quest, everyone looks like Goku. That is true. That is a good way to tell the difference between the two of them. You're right. Yeah, I love Akira Toriyama, but oh man, he really needs to learn to draw some new characters that don't just look like Dragon Ball characters.
Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
Yeah, I love Toriyama's style too, but you do just sort of go, okay, well that's just Goku with a different hairstyle. Like Chrono in Chrono Trigger, that's just Goku with red hair. And then there was the main character of Dragon Quest 8 is just Trunks. And then I think the main character of Dragon Quest 11 is just Goku again. And then he's clearly got a template. for human characters. He's really good at monster designs, though. I like those. Like, his monster designs in Dragon Ball were great as well. And they're very, like, Frieza and Cell and all of the other sort of... It's very, like, recognizably Toriyama. I guess that's why he does Dragon Quest, because he's good at that shit. But, yeah. I mean, the fact that it's recognizably him, I guess, is both a good and bad thing, I suppose. I suppose it's more good than bad, because you do instantly recognize, oh, Toriyama worked on this. So, whereas some things you look at and just think,
this is what the light was hiding.
This is just a generic, yeah, character. That's why I like Oda, who does the One Piece author, because his characters are very... It takes a little while to get used to his art styles, I think, but his characters are very visually striking, and like you recognize them immediately as like, oh, okay, this is Oda.
He's here. I must go to him.
That Minfilia? I know she's here. She was in the trailer. Meanwhile... Oh, we're still keeping tracks on the Imperials in the source. I suppose, yeah, that situation hasn't gone away.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Ah, it's my boy! It's Batman!
Out of my way!
Oh, that's...
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy.
I was going to say, that's one of Gaius' men. Oh, Estinian and Gaius are going to team up.
When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders.
Darth Vader and Batman teaming up is like Fortnite.
Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the warrior of light from the jaws of death. Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places.
Hang on. I'm very self-conscious about my face, Estinian. That was a low blow. That's why I used to wear a mask. I know that my eyes are slightly wider and my eyes are slightly lower than normal. That's why I can't wear glasses.
Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadowhunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own. They tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause.
Did we? When did that? I didn't think we knew that Estinian was doing anything since Heavensward.
The receptionist was trained as a spy.
Oh, it's
Not
Tataru.
that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
Yeah, like I said, Tataru is... Tataru's great. Who's the Baldessian woman?
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must
Oh,
assume their
Kryl.
attempts to wake the afflicted have failed.
Yeah, she's... I forgot
And
that she
what
was...
of their champion?
I forgot that she was from Baldessian? The island place, whatever it's called.
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here.
See, I don't remember Gaius. Gaius' new voice is great, but I don't remember what his old voice was like. Because he had the mask on a lot of the time as well. It was very it was masky
Yeah,
anyway,
this is
so...
but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Yay, chemical weapons!
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
Literally banned by the Geneva Convention because they're too OP.
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Saristinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radians said at the parley. Thus, I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Aw, I like that they did just like, hey, here's what the other characters are doing whilst you're over here fiddling around with sin eaters and stuff. It's, like I said, Darth Vader and Batman are teaming up. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I'd strongly advise you just not to stray too far from the Crystarium. The word has it, Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. It's like, hey, we had a good deal going with this Eternal Sunshine. What do you think you're doing? It's like an arms manufacturer. It's like, hey, what's all of this ending the war business you guys are talking about? We're making a lot of money selling guns. Lalafels, that's what they're bloody called. I kept thinking Lillison for some reason. I was like, Lalafels. Because they're Lalas. Like the Teletubbies, that's how I should remember them. Because they're Tinky Winky. Or they have Tinky Winkies.
As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
The Exarch's road, I've said this the first and last time I spoke, but his hood's so dumb. Like, it's got things that just constantly poke into the other parts of his hood. It's so poorly designed.
Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
Oh, damn it. I didn't mean literally.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would.
Right, please be quick. It's awkward out here.
Everyone, gather round.
Yeah, even in the middle of a war, they're probably less obsessed with guns than the US. Yeah. But they gotta have guns so they can protect themselves from all the people with guns.
I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. vanish.
Alright, we're vaguely transparent now. I think they can still see us.
Enter.
Dude, look less excited to see this person.
Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
Nah. Dr. Gero. He does have a Dr. Gero look about him, doesn't he? He's way cooler than Dr. Gero, though.
Clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmor's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
Can we just blow Yulmor off the map? Like, I'm happy to throw the baby out with the bathwater here.
Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmor considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Oh, looks like they're going to square off.
Folly.
It's like the start of a round of Mortal Kombat.
Thousand Sin Eaters changes nothing.
Problem is there are innocents in Yulmor. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Just pop their stupid balloon city and push it into the ocean.
The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmor's mercy, promptly.
That's something you can throw yourself on. These nuts! It's like, who said that?
One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
It's us.
An artist and his...
Alphino!
No.
He's talking about us!
I do.
Shh!
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Yeah, I want to see him too, so I can poke him with my sword. Like, poke him a bunch. Like it till he deflates. Yeah, the hot guy. And he comes like another thing. Where do they come from?
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
fear he did.
Hey! Thanks for the raid, Elfie VT. There's a gremlin raid, is it? Oh, you should have come earlier. I was killing some gremlins. That's a nice little coincidence. Yeah, I was killing some gremlins earlier. Not, you know, because they were gremlins. They just... There happened to be enemies called gremlins and they were in my way. What? I'm sorry. It's true.
The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Volthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Alfie. Much appreciated. Ah, yeah. Hello to your fellow gremlins. Sorry for killing your brethren. They were called Switch gremlins, I think they were called, and I made a joke about them being Splatoon players. So, but they're dead now. So sorry.
One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
They were adorable too. It didn't slow me down.
If we chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat.
But yeah, welcome to the chat. Hope you're all fine and dandy this afternoon, or evening, or morning, depending on where you are in the world.
While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
It is noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived.
I say we just go and kill Vorthry. Why? He was clearly a bad guy, and we're gonna have to kill him eventually.
Yulmor has ever yearned to rule over what remains
Plus,
of the world.
I need to know whether
Even
he's...
If we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade.
I need to find out whether he's feeding people to people. I'm pretty sure he's feeding Sin Eaters to people, which are like, it's like, they're technically people, they're like ex-people.
The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man.
Which, I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is it cannibalism if you eat zombie meat? I mean, I guess it is. But if you're really hungry... Is cannibalism if you're really hungry? Asking the big questions this evening.
If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
Like, really, really hungry. Not like midnight snack hungry. Like, I haven't eaten a thing in days hungry. Like, it's just... Maybe it's still cannibalism, but it's okay cannibalism. Thing about FF14 when you know nothing about Final Fantasy is always wild. Yeah, this game... I get sometimes people who have either played a little bit or never played it pop up, and they're like, I have no idea what's going on, and I can't follow this. And it's like, yeah, it's a really hard game to follow unless you know what's going on, because it's just ridiculous. Basically, there are these things called Sin Eaters.
Have reason to delay.
They used to be people. I'm pretty sure there's a guy who is feeding them to his people, and they don't know that they're being fed Sin Eaters. But it had a very like Soylent Green kind of feel to it the moment they showed up. Like they were magic dumpling kind of things. It's like, yeah, those are people.
According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Luxon Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
Oh, dang it, Minfilia! You were right outside, and you... Okay, we're gonna have to go and kill Yul. Okay, we are gonna have to take down Yulmor.
Wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
Generations of Minfilia... Hang on, Minfilia's plural? When did Minfilia become... She was just our princess, and then she's now, like, multiple... What? Okay, now I'm confused. Yeah, the Sin Eaters are cool. They look like biblical angel type things. There's like lions and some of them are people shaped, and then yeah, some of the they're basically they sort of alternate between being beastie and sexy. They're kind of like Pokemon in that way. I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias. Yeah, no, I'm glad that that's just.
Course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it.
I'm glad that the Warrior of Light is as confused as I am, and it's not just something that I've missed about the plot. That's good.
That you seek out Moren at the Cabinet of Curiosity.
His name is
He'll be able
Moron.
to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Yay! You'll lot more like no more, because we're gonna wipe them off the map. I mean, maybe not that lady who hired us. She seemed nice. And maybe not the guy who was trying to get the handkerchief. He was okay. Just those two, though. Everyone else can die. I'm the hero of this game. I like my little slime pet, but it does sound like when he's following behind me that I've got like wet shoes on. I mean, I'm keeping him out because look at him, he's adorable. He's a little gelatin buddy. I think you can actually. Let me just check real quick. I think you can get a gremlin as a pet, but I don't know if I got one. Mostly just to sort of show you what they look like. No, I don't think I do. When did I get a tiny elephant? Apparently I have a tiny elephant. I bought a bunch recently. I have a slime with a crown. Oh. I bought a bunch of minions recently and I forgot which ones I bought. No, I don't have a gremlin. Emotional support slime. Yeah, that's basically what the minions are, really. They just kind of hang around. You can make them fight each other at the casino, but they don't like it. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid you're most out on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Now, I want to know about the Minfilias. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. You're going to give me another pop-up book, or picture book that you gave me last time, because just tell me. After I finish off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Damn it, he is going to show me another picture book. I'm not stupid, moron. I can read. Just tell me the thing. You don't have to get me a picture book every time. Though it's intended for younger readers, yeah. It provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should, I say. For while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place. Despite my best efforts, in short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. You are a fantastic librarian, moron. Jack claiming not to be dense. Hey, I'm not so dense that I need a children's picture book to understand history. Okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. It certainly helps. Fantastic. I now have to check the entire friggin' library for this book, because it's not where it's supposed to be. I've seen you play Dark Pictures, what do you mean? Hey, I got more than half of those people out alive. I watched someone else play that in co-op, and apparently the game is... Just your eyes begin to blow, you finally come to rest on a copy of the illustrated tale of the Oracle. Like, excellent. I was watching someone play that in co-op, and it is buggy as hell. And they lost... They got, like, just a couple of characters killed just because the game... There's, like... If you're playing in two-player, there's, like, a whole extra mini-game to keeping Charlie alive in the furnace. And it just doesn't work. And Charlie just dies, and you can't save. He doesn't even get the option to save him. What about the other people, Jack? You got one girl knifed and displayed with her chest open. In my defense, the serial killer was the one who cut her chest open. I just got her into the situation where she could get her chest cut open. So, am I really to blame? It's like the trolley puzzle, you know, it's like there's 5 people on one trolley, and there's one person on the other trolley, and then if you pull the lever, the trolley will go towards the one person. So if you do nothing, if you do nothing, 5 people will die. But if you do something, 1 person will die. I haven't killed that one person by pulling that lever. The person who's killed them is the person who's put them on the friggin' tracks. So it does. I'd pull the lever and save the 5 because unless I knew the one person. If I knew the one person and I liked them and I didn't know the other 5 people, I would absolutely sacrifice 5 people. My point is though, I didn't kill them. Have you found the book? There we go. Rationalizing, pure rationalizing. It's. I mean, yes. But shush. Yes, if this is the one, I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I finished all of my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. I mean, I suppose a very short picture book is probably the best thing for learning the history of the first. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Nordvand. Norvrand. Close enough. Just as all seemed lost, a saviour appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, a maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clear as sapphire. Naught was known about her, save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. Oh, I love these illustrations. When Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clear as sapphire. She was hailed as the Oracle Reborn, and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Umoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. It's kind of like at the end of a Bond film. And true to her word, some years later, another young girl is discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. She's kind of like, she's a bit like Link, but like a rubbish Link who dies occasionally. Like, Link fails, but I don't think he's ever outright died fighting Ganon. Maybe in the Dark timeline. Aren't Sin Eaters those harem girls beside Jabba the Hutt? Am I misremembering? They are, yes. Yeah, they are. They're transformed humans. Like I said, some of them are monsters, some of them are sexy, and some of them are adorable, I guess. And so they're very much like Pokemon in that regard. And that concludes the tale. That is a rubbish picture book, dude. You have 2 pictures. If I was a child, I would be bored. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Northrant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. So like Link, all of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, universed in the ways of war, and ignorant of the power they harboured. Whereas she embraced the fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not. But all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. I suppose she's more like Zelda. And what can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yomoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care. Or rather their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time, under Lord Vathri's rule, Yulma had already abandoned resistance in favour of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. So I'm guessing Minfilia is how they keep the Sin Eaters in check. For a long while we've heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yomorans' best interests for her to remain under their control. But then 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. That's probably I'm pretty sure that's Thancred, aka her Link. But he's like a 30-year-old Link. Oh, I'd really love a Zelda game with like an older Link, like an older, jaded, tired Link. It's like, oh god, not another friggin' hookshot. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's fate. Thank you for your time, Moron. Might I trouble you for a word, Jack? Outside. Is it about how rubbish that picture book is? Because, yeah, I agree. Like, the drawings were cool, but there's 2 of them, dude. Come on. Like, I mean, even the Hungry Caterpillar didn't have backgrounds, but at least had, like, more than 1 page. Honestly. The quality of children's books in the first is just as bad as everything else. I've been saving this woman from Gan for 50 years. You can have her. I'm going fishing. But yeah, look, yeah, Zelda, just... I mean, I imagine that's probably what Mario feels like, honestly, at this point with Peach. He's just like, yeah, okay. I mean, look, I got stuff on for the next couple of weeks, but I can come down. Yeah, I'll find time. I'll move some stuff around. It's fine. As you had already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we've not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Hydaelyn's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be that her purpose for the first witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they're not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. He feels irrational. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. He's probably dead. If she had been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Hydaelyn's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Jack? One's generally been enough, but fine. No, I'll happily have Minfilia back. You know, it's been a while since I've had to rescue someone from being kidnapped. It's Minfilia's specialty. And then Cooper became Peach and the internet broke. Ah, that was a glorious time. Nintendo really should have just embraced Cooper-et or Pete Bowsette. But yeah, they're sticking the muds, aren't they? The little white head shit of yours has gotten you into more trouble. FF Jack needs better friends. The Warrior of Light welcomes it. Like there's nothing he likes more, other than Triple Triad, than killing gods. And he realizes that hanging around with these two children is the best way to find more gods to kill. I'm guessing this is the Exarch. I see you've made up your minds. Yep. Exarch, what brings you here? I live here. This is my castle. A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmoran forces at Laxon Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmor before long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Okay. Give me your money, and I shall leave. Oh, no, wrong one. Ooh, what do I get out of this one? Deep gold headgear. I just got headgear from that last dungeon. I don't need new... Oh. Give me a new chess piece. I'm bored of this one. I want to play dress up with a new costume.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you.
Yeah, we can't fight Light Wardens, but people we can kill easily. Hey, that guy's wearing my top.
My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmor a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war.
I'm a bartender, why am I here?
We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmor. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far.
I didn't know there were Vera and the cat people from FF10 in this. Yeah, 14's kind of an amalgamation of like lots of different bits from lots of different Final Fantasy games. So there's like they got like Materia from Final Fantasy 7 and Triple Triad from Final Fantasy 8, and then yeah, the races. Though they got added, I think they got added in this expansion. So they only just I guess chronologically just got added. I don't know, but yeah, they added Bunny Boys in the Endwalker expansion. That was now you can be a bunny. You can be a bunny man. Yeah, that was the big exciting thing that they added in Endwalker. So I'm looking to see to see what race they add in the next game.
Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
God, fingers crossed, God, kill them all. Kill them all.
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmor's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
I'm disappointed that it took this long for them to show me what Braggy's voice was, because his voice is amazing.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
It's all nice and stuff, but I don't know why we're getting the opinion of the librarian and the bartender.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Do we not have, like, a military? Where are all of our soldiers?
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
This sounds like fun. Can I really not help you? I wanna kill some Yulmorans. They were mean to us.
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
Yeah! I want to be a villain.
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure.
Wait, aren't Amorai like flying eyeball monsters? Oh, no, maybe it's those guys.
At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. Cease your preparations.
Oh man, everyone's so hyped for war and we're not allowed to play. I don't want to go to war. What are we going to do then?
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit?
Yeah!
Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Lena was like, oh, yes, that's me. Hello. Okay, I think we are going to help with their war. So you will be joining the guard, but however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? You haven't taught me that emote yet. Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Now, first things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the Crystalline Mean and report to Catalyst. She will see you measured and fitted. Ah, we're going to wear costumes again. I love the levels where you wear costumes. Especially if we get to keep them afterwards. Oh. It would have just been quicker for me to walk over. Oh wait, no, this is upstairs. Oh no, so that did save me time. Never mind. Hi, Catless. Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see you look your dashing best for your first outing. Can I keep my sunglasses? I don't like really wearing helmets. They're gonna take my sunglasses off, aren't they? And you're gonna be able to see my old man eyes. Oh no. I'm still in my little regular clothes. Done are you? Done are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well, then. See to it and have the uniform delivered directly to the field. Ah, so we can something to look forward to, other than the war. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy a Marmoro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from a fort job, and the other from Hostile Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Man, I cannot do an Icelandic accent. Jack, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Nod. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to... There are two words back to back that I do not know how to pronounce. Kesimil at Spragirix. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite rare. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the rockery, after you have collected the serum, of course. Oh, do I not need to salute back? Isn't she like a superior officer? No? Okay. Alright, well, I won't worry too much about it then. I want to see my soldier armor. I bet it looks dumb. How do I get to... Okay, I'm now going further away from where it is. How do I... Okay, so maybe I need to go up. Yeah, I think I need to go up. This place is freaking confusing, I swear. Wait, is this... No. Over the balcony. Chesameal. Yes, sweetie, is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you, it's bitter as sin. Prince's Kiss, they call it, but if you ask me, it should be called Crone's Kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow. If you don't drain every last drop, you're likely to end up taking a trip to Dreamworld yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. I've put worse in my mouth. It's fine. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Salutations, TD. You missed my last stream. I think you missed the last couple, haven't you? That's fine though. I don't expect you to show up to every single one. The ones when you're able to, it's more than enough. And salutations. Glad to see you. Hope you're fine. That's worse. Like I said, I don't expect you to show up to all of them. I do stream a few times, quite a lot. Well, at least I think so, anyway. And you're here now for Final Fantasy. Actually, at the exact same time as another streamer I see as often as possible, so sometimes just end up stuck on one stream. Yeah, that's the problem. It's so many streamers, you can only watch one at a time. As much as you'd like to watch. It's like I was watching an Apex Legends tournament yesterday, and like 4 people that I was watching that I like were all streaming their perspective. And it's like I could only watch one, because I suppose you can have all of the screens up at the same time. It's really hard. Yes, what do you require of me? Namaro to take you to the Imperative. As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way. Assuming you were willing to lend a hand. I am not. Give me my hat. And then give me my bird. And then let me be on my way. Iridescent hat of casting. Alright, is that better than what I've currently got? It is. Okay, well that Lakeland tricorn of casting lasted a really long time, didn't it? Oh, it's so dumb looking. Let's fix that. There we go. Ooh. Deep gold weapon coffer. Ooh, I got a new sword. Nice. They stream a lot later than you do, so I start stopping at yours and then headed to theirs after. Fair play. Though I stop as late as I do. Well, in the future, in sort of like next year, when my situation's changed a little bit, I might stream a bit later. But basically, I can only really stream to like 1 AM most times, just because of the noise. But then even then, during the week, I probably won't stream much later than that because of work. So, I was about to deliver an Amaro to Radiska's Round, one of the locations where the beasts will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall ready the Amaro for departure at once. Yeah, the time zone thing doesn't help either. There's a couple of streamers I like who, yeah, I wake up and they've streamed whilst I've been while I've been asleep, or they stream whilst I'm at work and I'm in meetings, so I can't watch them, and it's unfortunate. Time zones suck. If only the world was flat and we all had the same time zone. The Discus Round is to the north and west. You can take the road, or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the Sentry, and she will give you further instructions. You should become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Oh, look at me. Hang on, I'm going to go this Aether Current while I'm here. Oh. Hang on, I need to... There we go. Okay, sorry, I had to attune to that Aether Current. I'll get my bird again. There we go. Ah, this is the business. Why can't I just have one of these permanently? I'm the warrior of light/darkness. Let me run around on the ground like a earthworm. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that simile. I like this music, though. I'm guessing this is the Shadowbringers mount music. Da, da. Oh, it's peaceful. I haven't found anyone in this expansion that wants to play me at Triple Triad yet. I'm upset. Alright, where do I turn this in? Oh, delivering that arrow to us. I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one to go to the Imperative to the west. Please sit to the handle on duty, says Ulvathu. If you encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you straightwise. Ah, cool. That means I can get this Aether Current that's here. Grab these as I go. Alright, give me another bird. And away! I had some food. I could just fly around the whole map and get an XP. Nah. I'll do that in my own time. Oh, the last Amaro. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. There we go. You got an Aether Current round here that I can attune to? Oh, hang on. I do have a... No. 38 yards to the north. Aha! You do. Excellent. Is that all of them in this area? It is. Cool. So I just need to do the missions now. Ah, nice. I can fly around instead of running around like a loser. So I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Yeah, I guess. Ah, so that's the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Hostile Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Ah. I suppose anyone... No. No one wants to play me at Triple Triad here. There hasn't been a single person who wants to play me at Triple Triad yet. It's sad. I haven't played a single Final Fantasy game, surprisingly. It's surprising to never play. I mean, I've only played... I mean, there's a lot of them. So I've only played... Actually, I have played quite a lot of them. I've only completed a handful. But... Not big on JRPGs, or... Just a series that sort of missed you by? Lena. I always have to do your voice again. So it seems that rather than Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. Oh, not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. Oh, absolutely. New sword. I got the stone gold rapier. Neat. Is that better than what I've got? It must be. Yeah. Ooh, that's a fancy hilt. Ignore me poking you in the spine with this, Lena. I'm just expecting my new sword. It's very gratitude for her is that she gives me a new sword and I immediately stab her in the back with it. Oh, look at my costume. I'm absolutely dying that when I get it. Big on RPGs, most play sandbox games or games that allow mods and cheats. Fair enough. Yeah, they're not for everyone. I used to like RPGs a lot more when I was younger, and I had more time. But now that I'm older, they're so daunting. Like, I'd love to play like Dragon Quest XI and Tales of the new one, whatever the new one's called. Arise? Whatever that new one's called. And Persona. But they're all just, like, so long. And this is, like, the only reason I have time to play this game is because I commit to playing it every Friday. Outside of the Friday I stream it, I don't play this game at all. And it's really a game you need to play more than I do. But in terms of finishing the main scenario quest, it's fine. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it onto their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them. A task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to the fall of the beasts. Dismissed. Yeah, okay, Lena, you're the one who's going to have to explain to the Crystal Exarch. Oh, hey, you know the one guy that we have that can destroy Sin Eaters? And is the only person, the warrior of light, our only hope against the 8th Umbral Calamity. Yeah, I accidentally got kicked to death by a Amaro for feeding it a bitter medicine. Sorry. My bad. I really should have left it up to, I don't know, their trainers. Literally anyone else. That's fine. I'm used to doing menial tasks. Oh, I guess it's only certain ones. Right. Eat. Quee, quee, quee. Okay, that one seems happy. I'm going to have to fight one of these because it turns violent. I love the slime. Just when the music stops and I stop talking, and there's just a moment of quiet, and all you can hear is squish, squish, squish. It's a delightful little minion to have. How did they give me one of these mounts as a mount? Quee quee. Okay. He seems fine. Okay, but this one's anxious. This surely... Quee, 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 quee. Oh, no, he eats that. This is the one. This is the one that turns. Squeaker. No, it reels at the smell but accepts the fodder nonetheless. Okay. Well, they all ate it. So, great. Solid mission. Now give me my clothes. The Amaro are fit. Good. The rest have been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparation. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. Okay. Riding on my horse. It makes the squishing stop for a few minutes at least. Nope, need to go higher. And higher. And higher still. Right, they need to build like a ladder. Sup, you got my uniform. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamoured. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I love the pink. Very fetching. Oh, do I get a pink costume too? Oh no, the pink guys are the bad guys. Oh. Always the way.
Keep moving.
Oh, look at her hair spun like gold and the eyes like sapphire, whatever. I think that was what he said.
What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
She looks so pissed. Like, absolutely unimpressed. Like, just completely done with all of this.
You're gonna be... Sound the alarm!
And now we just walk in and stab all of them. Like in Goblin Slayer. Oh, why'd you have to put the hat on? You can see my old man eyes, my tired old eyes. It's a cool costume,
Captain,
though, otherwise.
The powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Surely destroying their airship is the best way to ensure they can't escape with Minfilia. Because that's... I mean, yeah, just pop the airship. That's why we don't use dirigibles. They're notoriously rubbish. Oh, there's Alphino. Let's give him a hand. I noticed his white rabbit friend. Okay, that's nice. Let's follow Lena. She knows where to go. Just walk over the sleeping guard. Just like, ah. I woke up and I had a footprint on my face. Those horrible monsters stomping on me in my sleep. It's like, sorry, there's a lot of tall grass around here. What the hell? Someone just hit me. I'm being hit by really terrible earth magic. Your may boast the world's largest army, but woman for woman we are no less mighty. Yeah, honestly, I am like 50 people on my own. Like, that's not an exaggeration. I am a Rambo on top of a Rambo. What a scum! That's...
Let's give them a show.
Oh, I thought this guy was on my side. He's pierced. All right. Well, if you want a melee fight, I have a sword. On guard. He exploded. So, why do you say Alpha? No, it's very loud at the moment. There's a lot of explosions and stuff going on. Did you say I'm not a gnome? I mean, thanks, but I didn't think I was. Okay, bye. Lena, why did Alphino say I was a gnome? I'm confused. It's like, I don't know. You're all weird to me. That's fair, that's fair. Oh. Made such an adorable sound when they died. It's gonna be, it's like a really terrible prank we're playing on them. They're the ones who are gonna wake up and find the other half of the army slaughtered. And we're like, oh god, we are in so much trouble when we get back. It's like, what happened to the other half of the army in the Oracle of Light? I don't know. We were asleep. It's like, cool. Execute them all then, I suppose. Hi. Well, thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We have come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please leave the way. She doesn't recognize me as the Warrior of Light, because she's been told I have sunglasses and a pompadour. And so it's, I don't, when I take the helmet off later, she's gonna be like, oh, it's you! Oh, there's trouble because of me, I'm so sorry. That's alright. You're a Minfilia. Getting kidnapped is what you do. It's in your blood, you can't help it. It's quiet. Too quiet. Is that Ranjit? This will not end well. Yeah, for him. Where are you, Ranjit? I'm gonna give you a new scar. Brazen thieves. You would regret coming here. I have a dragon. He's really cool. I'm gonna kill the dragon first. Okay, I am unable to kill the dragon. Apparently it's not targetable. Man, he's a bit of a sponge, isn't he? No. Did everyone else lose already? Okay. Gets up to the Warrior of Light once again. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, I should heal. There we go. Forget that Alphinaud's no longer healing me. Man, I get the feeling this is going to be like... I'm not supposed to kill him here, and he's going to like escape after a certain amount of health, because he has just got too much health. Hey, salutations, Cauliflower Prince. Good to see you. Hope you're fine and dandy. You dead? Not quite. Let's heal up a little bit. Scripted loss or no, I probably shouldn't die before I'm supposed to.
It's over.
Ow. Ah, oh, down for the count. There we go. Oh wait, hang on, I can get back up. No, okay. Scripted loss. I could beat him, though.
You, boy. You bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks.
Oh, Alphino, put your friggin' helmet on. Ah, oh, you vain popinjay.
By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Yeah. It's fan cred. Hang on. I was gonna, it's fan cred time is kind of lame. It's
Thancred?
time to test his fan credibility. That'll do. That'll do.
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What?
Yeah, I mean, Thancred, you're. Don't get me wrong, you are strong, but I am stronger than you, and if I couldn't beat him.
Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Oh. Ah. Suck it, Xenogears looking dude. We're teleporting. I couldn't possibly run that far. Oh no, wait, yes I can.
Break!
Ha ha. Gravity 3.
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
Oh. My Rubik's Cube's out of power. Dang it, I knew I should have charged it.
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the Fairy Kingdom.
Ah. We get to meet more Welsh fairies. Why was there a transformer noise? That.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even
Wait.
the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry.
Why is Solus here?
But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the First?
The Furry Kingdom. No, the Furry Kingdom's the Hrothgar Kingdom. I don't know whether Hrothgar have the kingdom or not, but
Already.
has he just dispatched clones to all the different worlds?
With a soul such as that. Mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
I love how the question, the dialogue has question marks on it, even though it's clearly Solus. Like, he's the only person who wears those clothes and has a white bit in his hair and looks like Solus.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest.
Nah, let the blood flow.
Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk.
No, the blood won't flow till the end.
Frolicking amidst the
I gotta have at least one more scripted loss against that guy, and then I can kill him. That's how these go. Ah, we're in Ilmeg. That's what I used to call my friend's sister when she had COVID. Her name was Megan. It's hilarious. Hi, Thancred. It's me, the Warrior of Light. Are we friends?
It's good to see you again, my friends.
Yay.
I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
You've aged very well, considering.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions.
Wait until a cool moment to show up. Your friend the Warrior of Light's going to go there. He's going to lose. Wait until he, like, the pivotal point when he's about to deliver the finishing blow, and then show up.
Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Don't show up earlier and help fighting, and help us actually fight him.
Orianger has called this place home for a while now.
No.
Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Orianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Yulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
I heard about this cool dude with the pompadour and sunglasses. I just had to see him.
You. The hero from another world.
Yeah. Look at the smug eye, look.
I felt it.
It's like, yeah.
A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Hey. It's the Welsh fairies.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let's have some fun. Loads.
Hey, salutations, Stratus. I found the fairy kingdom.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We have to go through the giggling forest.
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Ah. Whatever you do, do not blink. The fairies of the taunting woods will get you. Can I have my clothes now, please? Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fey folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now. I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. But here, have some clothes. Yay. These aren't actually good, are they? No. But I can glamour them, which I will in a second. I'll do the next quest, because I think that takes me to the town. And then we'll call it a night, probably, after that. These little fucks. And I get new chest gear. Oh, I got 2 new chest gears? Oh, they just gave me a new set of armor, and now they give me a new chest gear. I'm spoiled. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lidaharan. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Hi. I'm a Minfilia. My likes include being kidnapped. My dislikes include being rescued. Yeah, no, it's been a productive evening, Sir Charles. We killed Lenine, which it wasn't really touched upon very much, but we did it. And then I Moses to the sky. It was great. Now I've got my squishy slime friend making disgusting noises as he follows after me. While you were having fun playing FF14, I was forced to stand in a queue against my will all day. Ah. DMV stuff? Like getting your driving license renewed or something? Well, here we are. Yet the Pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun. In which case... Jack, there is a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies. Believe it or not, I'll explain how I know all this later, but first I need you to help me find some. I've been at school. I've been at work all day until just before I started playing this, so... I made the mistake of telling my mother I'd help her shopping. Ah, yes, always a mistake. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Okay. Face scrub. I'm going to immediately ignore Thancred, by the way, and... You search the scrub but find nothing was only looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Hee hee, greetings, mortal. What is your name? Jack Dandy? Jack Dandy. Dandy Jack. Yes! Actually. A wonderful name. Pretty like morning dew and funny like caterpillars. I am pretty like morning dew and funny like caterpillars. Oh, I like these fairies. I shall slice it and splice it and make it mine. All mine. And when your name is mine, so are you. Hee hee hee. Your body begins to feel heavy. I've become beckoned. Oh, you don't have a name. How very sad. I could have so much fun with it. Hee 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 hee. Thancred, I don't understand what happened. I've become slow. I'm just going to go in, buy food, go outside. I got a COVID vaccine, dog toys, clothes, and then groceries. Well, the COVID vaccine's good, at least. You know, providing it doesn't make you sick. I've been putting off getting my booster for the COVID because the last one knocked me out for a few days. A voice rings out. Oh, visitor, where are you from, pray tell? The Crystarium. What is that? Where is that? When is that? In your dreams, perhaps? Forget all about that place, for it'll make us your home now, today and tomorrow and forevermore. Body begins to feel heavy. Oh, I've been beckoned again. Thancred, I don't understand. It keeps happening. Quest tried not to talk, by the way. Oh, I know it did. I know it did, but this is funnier. I take it you meant with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Apparently. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the Pixie's veil of invisibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. If I give you the option, kill the fairies. I like the fairies. You have moth energy with those big fluffy red moths. Oh, I see what you mean, yes. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let us gather everyone together and put Orange's little trick to good use. Oh, I was going to put it in his mouth and blow it like a party, one of those little party favors that starts shooting him with his gun blade.
Farasithar, Krakleath.
Hey! Thanks for the follow, Thancred's wife. Much appreciated. You're just in time for Thancred.
I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable! Oh! Play with us!
You're not gonna...
neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
You're not gonna tell me how handsome I am? No? Okay. Now's your chance. Shoot. There's too many of them.
Yes, Urianger, the peculiar one.
Hope you're enjoying Depression Bringers. It's been okay. It's been less depressing today. We killed our first Sin Warden and split the sky. Everyone's kind of optimistic for a change. But the first two.
To a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
That sounds absolutely up Orionje's street, I'm going to be honest. Like, he's just like, only 7 days and 7 nights? Fine, alright, you lightweights. Light Wardens, that's what they're called. I knew they were, yeah, you know what I meant. The big bad Sin Eaters. It's all been, the first couple of streams were very depressing, but it's been very optimistic today. And we met Thancred again.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Tesleen, yeah.
Should we?
But we've killed her now, so...
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
I think I got a hat out of the chest I got when I killed her, so...
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition. That you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
I only have 2.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Oh, can I just do the riddle week? I just want to do the riddle week. Alright, well, either way, we're going to call it there for the night, because we're by I like to try and finish next to a Etherite so I can teleport straight back here. And it's midnight, so that is late enough for me. Let's see what this new chess piece looks like, though. I guess it's okay. I mean, once I've dyed it red, that is. Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. But the problem with being red mage is that so many... Because it's all got the melee caster stuff. So much of the stuff is robes, rather than, like, cool red mage gear. I assume I get the cool red mage gear from doing the level 80 red mage quest, but I don't know that for sure, to be honest. Well, something to look forward to. Anyway, let's call it there for the night. We did, made some good progress. We did Holminster Switch. We had a war. We had a scripted loss, and we found the Kingdom of the Fairies. We're not ploughing through this. These missions are all quite long, but we're moving through at a pace. Just looking at the quests coming up. Nothing. No exciting rewards coming up other than a sandwich basket. Which is, I suppose, kind of exciting if I was, like, Yogi Bear. Yeah, so let's call it there. Should be alright to stream again next Friday. So, yeah, we'll pick this up next Friday, 8:30-ish. And yeah, see what the Pixies want of us. Yeah. So next stream's in 12 hours. I'm gonna play Marvel's Midnight Suns, which has been getting very. I had a choice between Marvel's Midnight Suns and the Callisto Protocol, because both came out today, and judging by the reviews, I think I chose the right one. Marvel's Midnight Suns seems to be reviewing very well. Callisto Protocol seems to be reviewing... It's still okay, but less well. It's like a 7 out of 10 compared to a 8.5 out of 10 kind of game. So, yeah, going to be playing all that all day tomorrow. So, hopefully I will see you then. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you next. So, thanks for watching if you did. I hope you all have a dandy morning / afternoon / evening / night, depending on which part of the world you're in. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I've been Dandy. You've been Dandy. Good night.